Greetings!
I'm Edis.
And I'm Ben.
And what are we doing today, Ben?
We are going to be saying our top 5 Disney Pixar films.
Whoa.
So I've got my list, he's got his list. We don't know each other's lists.
No.
So we're going to share it now and find out.
This isn't about like what's the best film, this is about what's our favourite top 5.
Yes.
So that criteria is a personal thing.
So if you disagree, you know, comment below, but it doesn't really matter, it's my personal favourite, so... So only Pixar films, so no Disney classics.
No, we've done that.
We have. Check out that one if you want.
I found this really hard.
Yeah, I'm still unsure about 2 and 3, where to place them.
Yeah. I've got a little list here. So, my number 5, I think I've decided, is Toy Story 3.
Ooh!
It's the third one. I don't think it's worthy of being higher up on my list. It's a great film. All the different characters. We get a whole bunch of new characters who all kill it. Not like Toy Story 4, which we don't really like or talk about because I don't like it.
Who are your favourite of the new characters in Toy Story 3?
Barbie and Ken. It's a great moment.
I mean, Barbie's in Toy Story 2, but then Ken gets added in 3.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they're great characters.
Great. And the emotions I felt watching it in the cinema on that scene when they're coming down the vents, they're all about to burn and die. Spoiler.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, it's deep, guys.
Damn, I remember seeing that in the cinema, I'm thinking...
Yeah, this is the end. Trilogy. Who knew they'd bring it back 10 years later.
And then the actual ending, even sadder.
Andy, toys.
Oh my goodness, the fact that we like grew up with the Toy Story films, and then by the time the third one came out, we were basically Andy's age, saying goodbye to childish things like wearing Disney t-shirts and talking about our favourite Pixar films.
Whoopsie.
My number 5 is The Incredibles. Incredibles.
I'm really scared we're going to have the same films, just like in a different order.
Yeah, I feel like our Disney Classics list was a little bit different. I feel like this is going to be the same 5 films.
Yeah, maybe.
I heard someone say that it is the best Fantastic Four film that's ever been made. And I feel like that's quite accurate. Like, it's better than all the Fantastic Four films.
Okay.
It's got like...
Number 2 is good. I like number 2, Silver Surfer. People hate that one, but I like that one.
It's just cheesy.
Yeah, but Silver Surfer's sick. I like superheroes. I love all that stuff. Like, I like Spy Kids. Great film.
How can you go from... I like superheroes. There's so many amazing superhero films, and you go for...
I thought kids.
Spy Kids.
I thought kids.
Why are you thinking kids?
Because Dash, Violet...
Sure.
Jack. Kids.
What's good about it is, yes, it's a superhero film, but really, it's a film about a man struggling, and their family. The family. He's struggling between what he dreams of and what society is telling him what to do, and his family, controlling his family, trying to provide for that family. That is at the core what the film is about.
Yeah.
And then there's some sick action films. Edna Mode is a hero.
The superpowers is like a sub kind of like.
Yeah. And I love the fact that it's like set in the 60s, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like not spoken about, but that is the vibe.
Yeah, like the aesthetic is very that like old school, like old Batman TV show kind of vibe.
Yeah. Surrender that gigantic pie.
What's your number 4?
So this one was a number 2, dropped to number 4, went back up to number 2, and now it's number 4 again.
What is it? The charts?
This one.
You just checking.
Finding Nemo. It's just iconic. Like, it's the first film like set underwater.
The Little Mermaid is shook.
No, but like the whole film is underwater.
Okay.
Right?
Apart from in The Dentist.
Yeah, but they're still in a tank in water.
Sure, there's a lot of water. Yeah. What's the point?
My point is the fact that you can tell like such a story with just like fishes.
Yeah.
And feel emotions for these characters says a lot about the animation.
At times you think, is this animated? Because the water just looks amazing, and like the reef is so beautiful.
And the turtles, Crush. Just every single person that comes into the film delivers a great performance.
Yeah. That's
the fishes, all the like every single character you see.
Sydney.
Yeah, it's great. Dory. Character.
I mean, it's hard now to think about Dory without thinking about Ellen, but at the time, in England, we didn't really know who Ellen
I didn't know who she
DeGeneres was.
No.
And so Dory is one of the funniest Disney characters ever. So quotable.
Nemo.
Yes.
He loses his parents. His mum dies, then he just loses his dad, and then he's on his own.
All his unborn siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your point?
I don't know. It's just
Sad.
It's deep.
Every single character you meet has a personality. It has a purpose to the plot.
Yeah, it brings it up.
Everything it builds.
We're bringing it.
So it's a whole ensemble that is supporting the already strong cast.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, love it. Okay, my number 4 is the first repeat. It's Toy Story 3.
Oh, okay.
It's my favourite Toy Story film.
I didn't say that, but
So, spoiler, there's going to be no more Toy Story films from me.
Yeah, same.
Love all 3 of the first ones. I was going to say all of them then. The third one's my favourite, and I was thinking, why is it my favourite? And I think it's because this is the film, out of all 4 of them, where the characters stay together and have to team up the most. Like in the first one, Buzz and Woody are away from the rest of them.
Yeah.
In the second one, Woody's away from the rest of them, and only a few of them go and rescue. And in the fourth one, is a mess. Like
they're all in the same scenario, so we're all sitting around.
So it's like we're seeing all these characters that I by this point love, all interacting, all helping each other up, and also 2 words: Spanish buzz.
Oh, how did I forget that?
Should we show it now? TikTok. So yeah, Spanish buzz. Sick.
Buzz.
And Mr. Potato Head, when he comes out like a freaking
pepperoni.
That, but also when he comes out like a tortilla.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And the pigeon tries to eat him.
Yes.
There's so many good moments.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's just a great film. And definitely my number 4. What's your number 3? Check your notes. Check your notes.
My number 3.
Oh my gosh. So why do you need to check them so much?
My number 3 is Monsters, Inc. Is it your number 3 as well?
No, I just love all these films. Talk to you about Monsters, Inc.
Again, so original. Like what?
Honestly, the first few Pixar films were just like
gold.
Cinematic masterpieces. The fact that like we kind of knew what to expect with Disney, and they just came out with a whole different kind of animation and a different kind of like storytelling style. Like all those beginning ones: Toy Story, Monsters Inc. All the beginning ones.
I was about to say, Ben, this is actually my 3rd one. So
Sorry.
Talking, so I can finish what I was about to say.
Go ahead.
It's so good. If you had like explained to me what the film was about and like it doesn't really make sense. Like they're monsters, they're just screaming at kids, they're trying to be scary.
It's like the film's mainly about creating renewable energy sources, which
it's
is a lovely message.
Random, like just brilliant. The characters are just brilliant.
Yeah, the design of all the different monsters.
Yeah.
Visually looks so cool. Like the scene where they're going in and out of all the doors at the end.
The end when they're swinging through in and out.
The scene where they're literally holding onto the doors. Why is there not a roller coaster of that, please?
Also, the fact that there's just like a musical halfway through the film with Mike Wazowski.
Put that thing back and from what's up on me. I like it when Mike puts a contact lens in and it's literally like the size of this.
Because
I can relate. Contact lenses, representation on screen. Also, the theme tune, so obviously there's no songs in it, but the opening theme tune is just iconic.
You're singing it right, makes you don't know. Oh yeah. I think I'm done. I think that's my number 3.
Okay. My number 3 and my number 2 keep switching, and I'm going to make a decision now, and that's the one it's going to be. My number 3 is...
What would you want to watch now?
Ratatouille. Oh, it's real close. That was almost my number 2, you know? That was almost my number 2. I love Ratatouille. I think it's just one of my favourite films, just full stop. The moment where
You just like it?
I just like it, guys. I think my favourite thing about Ratatouille is it's just so different from other animated films. It's not like loud and in your face, and even though that's why I love some of the other films, the fact that it tells a smaller story, kind of just set in a kitchen and a sewer, it's just great. I mean, it's also ridiculous. The fact he controls him, but just like pulling his hair.
Great.
Yeah, it's so good. Again, one of those films where like if you explain the plot, you're like,
what?
I'm okay, thank you. One of my favourite things about it is like how they represent flavours. like visually. Like when he's eating it and like he's eating cheese and it comes up like circles, like boom, 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 and he eats a grape and it's like swirls and he puts it together. It's just like creatively and artistically, it's just really cool.
The fact that you have a main character who thinks the rat, but then it's actually not the rat. It's
Linguini! Bit at the end with the critic when it like zooms into his eye when he just eats that ratatouille. And then, like, you see him as a kid. And it's that thing of, like, he's the villain. And then suddenly you're like, oh, he's just a boy. I don't know, I like it.
It's very stylized. It has its own style.
It's a great film. Leave me alone, guys. It's good, okay?
Thanks for getting this far in the video, guys. You're a true fan.
Of Pixar, probably not.
Not us.
If you're a fan of us, we'd really appreciate it if you shared this video with anyone you think would like it, subscribe.
Anyway, my number 2, we spoke about it already. Just checking.
It's like Dory, you forget every 2 seconds.
Right, my number 2, we said it already, it's Incredibles.
Ooh, number 2, yeah?
The thing that would make Incredibles 1 better is if you could take the music from number 2.
Okay, no, but what annoys me about the music in number 2
is that it's not in the film.
So in the credits you get the theme tune for Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl and Frozone.
Tunes.
Why are they not in the film somewhere? Also, can we talk about Frozone for a second? The most underused character in any film.
Yeah. Hey guys, so the camera kind of cut out and we've had to kind of put it back together again.
We are speaking from the future. Ooh. No. But it cut out in a weird way. Like we watched it back and it's cut out from here and then it picks back up at the end. So we're just going to insert this in.
So my number 2 is Incredibles, which you already know because we've done this before.
Sick choice though.
And it's incredible. And you know what shows how good it is? I've only seen the film like twice, 3 times. Yeah, it's number 2 of my 5.
Maybe you should watch it more, bro.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Incredible.
Every single person is just really good in the film.
Who's your favourite though?
Edna.
Not even one of the superheroes.
No, Edna.
Edna's a great character.
The fact that she can steal a whole film within like 2 scenes.
She's not in that much, but you remember her.
Yeah, because she's awesome.
And when we saw her in Disneyland.
Yeah.
That was sick. Disney World even.
Hello there. So glad you could make it, darling.
So when I was looking at my list, I realised that I only had one film that was actually from like the last 10 years of Pixar. Like all my films are from like a while back. But this film blew me away. I'm talking about Coco. It is such a good film and it kind of just came out of nowhere. Like there was no hype for it. There was no like publicity for it. It just appeared in the cinemas as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
And we went along not really expecting much and oh my gosh. This film, as well as being fun, as well as being like visually stunning, as well as having the musica, it just deals with the family issues of age and the issues of death, and it explains it all in a way that is like culturally significant, but also a way for like kids and myself to kind of process death.
Yeah.
Like not since The Lion King, advertising The Lion King right here, not since The Lion King has there been a film that's like kind of resonated with me with death and the fact that it's the grandma and about sort of old age
and the power of music as well, right?
Yes.
You always hear about like people who are ill with dementia and like
dementia, like and if there's anyone out there who has had to deal with that in their real life, then seeing the way they deal with it in the film is very touching and they do it very, very, very well.
Let's talk about it some more because it's my number 1.
Okay!
Honestly, what upsets me so much about it is that people just don't know about the film. If you haven't watched Coco, I don't know what to say to you.
We cannot recommend it highly.
Can I up it too much? Is that possible?
I don't think so. It's honestly one of their best. Well, to you, it is the best.
The best.
Yeah. And it's another example of why representation matters. Like, obviously it matters if your heritage is from that country or if you literally are from that country. But also, if you're not, if you're living in England, it means you get to see stories that usually wouldn't be told. And it's so interesting. And the visuals and the music and everything, it just makes your cinema experience even more rich because of it.
The heart of the movie.
I mean, for a movie with so many skeletons in it, it's surprising how much heart it actually has. That should be on the poster. What the...
They didn't have posters because they didn't have a time. This is where we go back to the original video.
Edits. Ooh. Frida Kahlo.
Who?
When they're all skeletons and there's a Frida Kahlo skeleton with the eyebrow.
Oh, yes.
And with the cactuses.
Yes.
And they all come out.
That's a great scene. The music. The twists.
The twists! Oh, another twist I didn't see coming.
2 twists.
2?
Not 1 twist. The whole story's a twist.
I'm missing some twists here.
There's twists in this film you don't see coming. Literally, and you think you've seen the twist, and then there's another twist.
And then you're like, wait, what?
I'm twisted out.
As we're talking about, I'm thinking, should that have been my number 1?
Why is that the number 1?
It was at one point my number 3.
What?
Right, I was putting Ratatouille above that. Before we get to my number 1, let's just do some honourable mentions.
My paper is completely crushed.
Like
My heart.
My honourable mentions that just missed out on the top 5 are Monsters Inc.
Ben.
We discussed it. Sick film.
What are you
So
gonna say?
that's not my number 1.
What are you saying?
And my other honourable mention is Wall-E.
Okay, this film starts off real good, and then I don't know what happened. Whether they just like took some pills or something. But up.
I knew he was going to say up. I was like, what's he going to...
Listen, the first 45 minutes to an hour is gold.
Basically, when they get to Paradise Falls, you lose me a little bit.
Onwards,
Yeah.
I put Incredibles 2,
Yeah, it's good.
Toy Story, just for, it's the OG.
Oh, I'm sorry. Honourable mentions, Toy Story 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't include
Right.
them.
Yeah,
They're not my top 5, but... Oh my gosh, I love them both.
They set up what Toy Story 3 is to me, like...
It's Toy Story 3 is so good because Toy Story 1 and 2 are so
Killing
good.
it, yeah. And Finding Dory.
Oh.
You didn't like that, did you?
I thought it was good, but I didn't love it because my number 1 is Finding Nemo.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, no, I was like, yo, okay, yeah.
I was thinking about my favorite,
Yeah.
and especially like as a teenager, I loved that movie.
Right.
And talking about quotable movies, I think the movies I've quoted most in my life are probably Anchorman and Finding Nemo. Like, he never even knew his father. It's so quotable.
Life isn't just like, if you can quote it, then it's great. Why does it trump everything else?
Do you know what? Films have like a first act, a second act, a third act, and they ebb and flow. Every single scene in that film, it's like there's a new character involved, or there's so much going on.
Yeah, it's good.
It just it's great, so funny. There I go. Let us know down below what your top 5 are, if you agree with any of ours. I would genuinely like to know what people say. Guys, it's a pleasure as always to see your lovely faces.
Hope you enjoyed that, because we enjoyed making it.
That's what my mum and dad said about me. See you later, guys.
That's great. God,
He never even knew his father. Seemed like he stole my money. There I go. Jacques, oui, cleaning. Oui. No, let's name the zones. Shark, mate. Ooh, do.